So under profession, what kind of work is done? Under profession, expert services are provided to the customers, you can say. Now let us talk about the doctors. What doctors do? They the patients go to the doctor, consultation is done, and advice is given. That is, expert advice is given to the patient regarding what? Regarding the illness, or what kind of medicine should be taken, or what precautions should be taken by the patients. Okay. So what basically the professionals are doing, their work is to share their knowledge or give their knowledge in the form of expert advice to the people, to the patients, or whosoever is concerned. For example, lawyers are professionals. So what they are doing, whatever activity they are conducting, whatever work they are doing, that is in the form of advice only. Whosoever has any legal issues or problems, they have filed cases in the courts, they go to the lawyers, and they take expert advice on the cases or regarding the legal matters from the lawyers. Okay, so that is the work here. Professionals provide expert services. That is the nature of work under profession. Now, if you talk about employment, what kind of work or activities are done? Whatever work is given by the employer to the employee, that work he has to do. Again, we'll take example of bank. A person working in a bank, say a clerk, he is working in a bank. That means he is doing employment. He has got job from the bank. Now, what nature of work he has? He need to work according to the, or you can say he need to work whatever work the bank has given to him, clerical work, or he need to maintain the transactions or record the transactions. So all that work, related work he need to do. Yes. Okay, whatever work is provided by the employer to the employee, that work he has to do. A person working in a government department, you can say. The government here is an employer, and that person is an employee. He is working for the government. So whatever activities or duties the government department has given to him, he need to work according to that. That is the nature of work. Okay. Now next difference is qualification. Qualification or education, you can say here. Now what qualification is required to become a businessman? To become a businessman, no specific qualification is required. Any person who has interest in the business field, who has talent, who know how to tackle the customers, who know how to sell a product into market, he can become a businessman. Whatever funds required, he can collect or gather that fund. He can gather whatever other things are required. He can set up his business, and he can start working as a businessman. No specific qualification is required. Any person after passing 12th also, 10th also, or after getting a degree also can become a businessman. Now, in case of profession, what is required? In case of profession, specific knowledge or degree is required. Any person who want to carry out a profession, he should have a specific degree or knowledge, skill, you can say. Doctors, any person who want to become a doctor is a profession. So what is required? After passing 12, directly you can become a doctor? No. You need some degree, specific degree. Some means not anything. A specific course is there. You need to pass out that course. Specific knowledge regarding the medicines or regarding the illness, kinds of illnesses, treatment you will get there, and exams will be held. After passing that, you will get a certificate. Then only you are called as a doctor you will become a professional. Similarly, different professions are there, lawyers are there, architect, engineers are there. You need to pass a specific course, then only you can become a professional. So specific knowledge or specific course you need to pass it. And what about employment? Under employment, you need knowledge, skill according to the employer's conditions, or you can say according to the job requirement of the employer. Again, I take up the bank example. If a person want to work as a clerk in a bank, what qualification he required? He required qualification of BCom degree plus computer knowledge. Okay, if any person has this knowledge, he can give interviews or written test for the bank, and he can work as an employee in the as a clerk in the bank. So qualification given by the employer is required in case of employment. Next difference is capital. Now what is capital? Capital is the money required to start a business organization. I'll take up one example here. For example, Mr. X, some person is there, Mr. X. He want to start his business. Okay. Now starting of business means lot of things are required. He need one place. He needs some machineries, he need one vehicle, computer, stationery, some people to work. Now, for all these things, what he required? He required money. For example, this Mr. X required 10 lakhs rupees money to start his business organization. Okay, to buy different things. So what you will call this 10 lakh? This is called as capital. Money required to start a business organization is called as capital. Now, in case of business, how much capital is required? It is less or it is more? It is more. More amount of money or capital is required to start a business. Right now, I told you, lot of things are required. Machineries are required. Raw material is required. Again, vehicles, computers or stationery, spare parts, different things are required. And to invest, to buy all these things, capital is required. So, huge amount of money is required to start a business organization. More amount of capital is required to start a business organization. But if you talk about profession, compared to business, less amount of capital is required under profession. Usually or basically under profession, a person is sharing his knowledge and skills. He is selling his expert advices or knowledge to the people. He doesn't need too many things or a huge building to start his profession. So you can say comparatively to the business, profession require less amount or little amount of capital. Capital is required but less. For example, one a person has become a doctor, passed out MBBS degree, so he wants to start his own clinic. So there is no need to construct a huge building and buy all the costly equipments. He can take a small room on rent also, and he can start giving his expert advices to the patients from there also with limited amount of equipment. So if he does that, he needs less amount of capital. Later on, obviously, he can convert his clinic into a big hospital as it comes income. That is a different part. Okay, but professional people, they require less amount of capital compared to business. What about employment? Under employment, very little or you can say no capital is required. Again, same example I will give you. If a person is going to work in a bank, he is daily going in a bank, whole day is working and going his home back. Every month for doing these activities, getting money from the bank. So what investment is doing there? Nothing. He is using the stationery, the furniture, the facilities, computers, Now one related point is there, that is risk. Risk is loss, chance of getting losses into the business or into any activity. With the capital only I will take up risk here. Now in the, I usually say that if you have more money, if you are investing more money, more profits you can earn and more losses you can get at the same time. Chances of getting losses and chances of earning profits both are more. Okay, why? Because you have more money. If you are investing more capital into the business organization, the risk is more, chance of getting loss is more. If a person is investing 10 lakh rupees into his business, he may earn 20 lakhs profits, he may get 10 lakhs loss. Chances are there. As he has invested huge amount, he may earn extra amount or he may get huge amount of losses. Risk is more into the business. Risk is comparatively less in profession. Why? Because capital investment is less, so risk is less. Less amount of money is invested into the professions by professionals, so they may get less amount of losses, you can say. That is, risk is less. And in case of employment, no risk is there because capital is not invested. I'll take up one example for this. Say for example, I have 5,000 rupees in my pocket today. 5,000 rupees in my pocket today. It is a big, huge cash, okay? I'm carrying 5,000 rupees. Today, if somewhere I loses those 5,000 rupees, that is a huge loss for me, you can say. Yes. Why it is a huge loss? Because I had a good amount of money. And one more, or you can say for example, I am carrying 10 rupees in my pocket. That is a small amount. Only 10 rupees if I have in my pocket. What risk can be there? What risk will be there of losing? Only losing 10 rupees. If I have less money, less loss will be there. If I have more money, chance of losing more money would be there. Understood? So in business, huge amount of money is invested. You may incur huge amount of losses. Whereas in case of profession, you are investing less amount of money, so losses will be less comparatively to the business. And in case of employment, as you are not investing any capital, you are working for others by not investing any money, so your losses will be nil, we can say. No losses will be there. If more capital is there, more loss, more risk. Less capital, less risk. No capital, no risk. That is the difference. Now next point, I will take up return or reward. Return or reward means what you get by carrying out the activities in case of business, profession and employment. Now first of all, we talk about business. Businessman produces the goods or he purchases the goods and sells into the market. For what? So what he is getting here in return? What he is getting in return? What income he has? That is called as profits. In case of business, businessman by carrying business activity gets profits. Profits are nothing but the excess amount which he is receiving by buying and selling the products. So profits is the reward in case of business. It is also called as return. It is also called as reward. Both it is the same. That is income, let's say. In case of profession, what professionals get? Professional people, by providing their expert services to the customers, they get fees. Whatever money they are earning, that money is called as fees. For example, doctors. Doctors, they check the patient and in turn they receive money. But what do you call that money? Fees. Lawyers, they give their expert advice on legal issues from to the people. And what in turn they get? They get money. But what is called? Fees. In case of employment, people work for others and they get in return what? Money. But what that money is called? That money is called the remuneration. The remuneration. Specifically, I am writing here because students get a little bit confused. Remuneration is nothing but the money which a employee is getting from the employer. Remuneration is nothing but the salary or wages given to the employees. Now, two things I have written here: salary and wages. Both is remuneration. That is nothing but money which you are getting for doing the work for others. Now, what is the difference between salary and wages? Salary is given to higher class positions or upper positions employees, you can say. Wages are given to lower level positions. Okay, we'll take one example for this. Suppose in a factory, there are variety of people working, or you can say various positions are there. For example, managers are there, assistant managers are there, clerks are there, supervisors are there, salesmen are there, different managers are there. They are workers also. Okay, so these all types of people are there. Whatever workers I am using here, workers is a lower level position, whereas managers, clerks, or assistant managers, sales department people, these all are upper level positions. Whatever upper level positions are there, they get money from the company and that money is called as salary. Whatever lower level people get money, that is called as wages. So workers working on the machines which are actually converting the raw material into products, those workers, they also get money from the company. That remuneration, that money is called as wages. Is that clear? Both is money, but what kind of position people it is given, based on that we call it sometimes salary, call it sometimes higher or top level positions it is salary. To lower level positions we give wages, workers. Next difference is transfer. Transfer or sale. If you talk about business or business organization can be easily transferred from one person to another person, or it can be easily sold from one person to another person. For example, Mr. X has one organization, one company, business organization. 10 years he worked in that company or he does the business. After 10 years, he doesn't want to continue. What he can do? He can sell or transfer it to somebody else and get the money in turn. He can sell it off. He can sell his company. That is possible here. Okay. Whatever documents are there, those can be transferred in the name of the person to whom company is sold. So selling is possible in case of business. In case of profession, selling or transfer is possible of profession? No, it is not possible. Suppose a doctor is there, he has a doctorate degree, MBBS degree, he worked 10 years as a doctor. After 10 years, now he doesn't want to do that job, he wants to do something else. Can he give his degree or can he transfer his degree in the name of his friend or somebody else? No, he cannot. He cannot give his knowledge or degree. He cannot sell his degree to somebody else. That is not possible. So transfer or sale of profession is not possible at all. Similarly, in case of employment, transfer or sale is not possible. A bank manager, he is on job, he is employed in a bank. If he doesn't want to do that job, if he want to leave that job, can he transfer or sell his job to somebody else? No. Simply what he can do, he can resign from that job and he can leave the job. The bank can appoint somebody else on his place, but he cannot sell his position or his job to somebody else. Transfer is not possible. Business sale is possible, but for profession and employment, sale or transfer is not possible. Last difference is code of conduct. Code of conduct simply means the rules of regulation, rules of behaving or rules of carrying out activity. That is code of conduct. As such, there is no specific rules or code of conduct for the businessman. Any businessman doing business, they can set up their organization, do the production and sale. No specific code of conduct is there. Some rules and regulations are there of the government with the documentation. They have to follow that and they can run their business organization. So no specific codes of conduct are there for the business. If you talk about profession, yes, code of conduct is there. Rules are there for whom? For the professionals. In the last video, I told you that professional peoples, they are headed by some agencies, national agencies. For example, doctors, they have All Indian Medical Council Association. Then Bar Council is there, that is for all the advocates, lawyers who are working in India. Above them, one Bar Council is there, head agency you can say. That Bar Council, they make rules and regulations for all the lawyers who are working in India, and they have to follow the rules and regulations. If they do not follow those rules and regulations, Bar Council can take action against such lawyers or advocates. They can be penalized, or any else decision or actions can be taken. So like that, for all the professionals, there is some national agencies are there, and they make code of conduct, specific code of conduct or specific rules are there. They have to follow those rules and regulations while carrying out their professional activities. For employment, if you talk about employment, code of conduct is there, rules are there, but who sets the rules here? The employer. Employers make some rules and regulations, and those rules, all the employees who are working in this factory or firm or office, they have to follow those rules and regulations. Again, bank, same example we can take. Bank make some rules and regulations. So all the employees who are working in the bank, they have to follow those code of conduct while working in the bank. Okay. So for business, no specific rules are there. For profession, code of conduct or rules are there. For employment also, rules or code of conduct is there. These are specific points of difference between business, profession and employment.